Good morning, everybody. Ugh, sorry I look like so crappy. I just woke up like a half hour ago. Yes, Riley. I woke up at 8 to get some ribs started in our crock pot so we can have dinner ready when Alex gets home. Because then he has to drive me to my scrapbooking class that starts at 6:50, and so we want to have dinner ready to eat quickly and go. So I got up and I got them started, and then I went back to bed saying, well, I'll just go back to sleep for maybe a half hour, an hour. I ended up getting up at 10:30. So I had some bananas that were way overripe and they were way too mushy to eat. So we bought some orange juice yesterday, and so I've combined some orange juice, two of the bananas, the other one I just threw out. I usually only put 2 bananas in a smoothie because I don't like the bananas to overpower. And then we bought these frozen berries. There's like blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries in it, I think. And so I put those, which I've never tried using those with smoothies. Usually I just do strawberry and banana, and sometimes blueberry. So I put those in there, and then I put a container of blueberry yogurt and some honey, and mixed it all up, and I got this lovely concoction, and there's still tons left. Usually I make this just for Alex and I, but I thought, you know what? I could have a nice breakfast out of this. And it's not bad. Although, last night I took my sleeping pill, the Zopiclone, and it always leaves kind of a metallic taste in your mouth for like half the next day. So things never really taste quite the same. Like, I can taste the berries and stuff, but there's also that hint of metallic in there. I find the aftertaste is worse if I take the pill with water. I read up online somewhere that if you take it with a glass of milk, it helps, and it does help, but it doesn't totally get rid of it, but it tames it down a little bit. Because when I used to take it with water, it would last almost the whole next day before my taste buds came back to the normal senses, and yeah. So, but with this, I find it goes away a lot quicker. And speaking of pills, I thought I would give you guys an update on what I'm taking now, because I showed you what I was taking way at the very beginning of me doing my vlogs. So let's go over that. So I have naproxen. And that is taken, it says 1 tablet twice daily with meals when needed. So, but then I had gone down to just as needed. And so I would take 1 as needed. But then my joints started bothering me a lot. So then we went back to the 2 a day for I think it was 2 weeks, and then I dropped down to 1 a day to see how that went. When I went back to the 1 a day, the joints started bothering me again. So for the last month or so, I've been doing 2 naproxen a day with lunch and with breakfast and dinner. And it has helped some, but I was still getting joint pain, especially really bad at night. But like I mentioned before, ever since my last day of working at the daycare, my joint pains have mysteriously felt a lot better. So I would not doubt that it was stress flaring them and overdoing it with my body that was flaring my joints. So I actually took only one yesterday and I believe one the day before, and it went well. So I think I'm going to try to get down to the one a day because I know naproxen can mess up your stomach. Then I'm taking Entocort, and it's 3 milligram tablets, and originally I was on 3 of those a day, which would have been 9 milligrams. But that made me way too constipated. Sorry if that's too much information. So then we went down to 2. Still didn't make much of a difference. So I've been at 3 milligrams a day for months now. And that seems to be helping, although I still do have issues with constipation. But then we tried to stop it. We tried to have me go off of it and see how I did, and it didn't take long for the diarrhea to kind of come back and the nausea. And then, of course, because it's a lovely steroid, as soon as I tried to come off of it, my joints started to go haywire. So we're keeping it at 3 milligrams a day for now. And because I'm still technically on a steroid, even though it's a low dose, I'm still taking my calcium and vitamin D. However, not as much as I used to. I used to take 3 tablets of this a day. Now I only take 1, and because they said that's fine because I'm a dairy lover in general, so I get sources of calcium throughout the day in natural things as opposed to just supplements. So I mean, like, I love my yogurt, I love my milk, stuff like that. So they had just said it's okay if I just take 1 a day. Plus I also take my multivitamin daily, which has calcium and vitamin D in it as well. Then this is my Zopiclone. It's a nice lovely blue pill. Take those about every second night, sometimes every third night if I can endure 2 nights of not sleeping in a row, because I really don't sleep unless I take them. And even then, sometimes they don't fully work. They might give me like a few hours of sleep, and then I start waking up again. It just seems to depend on the night. Some nights it works. I've slept almost the whole night through. Others it's just like a few hours and then I'm up again. And then I'm still taking the Sotalol for my heart, which I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to get off that. Same as my Verapamil for my heart. Probably won't be able to get off of that. And then I've got my lovely birth control. And they're not here, they're in the other room, but I still take the Pantaloc to prevent the acid reflux coming back, as well as just protect my stomach in general from the the whatever you call it, the naproxen and the steroid. And then I take my levothyroxine for my hypothyroidism. Yeah, and then sometimes I use this if I have some back pain. My doctor had recommended it for joint pain, but I've never found it to help on joint pain. But it does work very nicely when I have lower back pain. Like when I got that cold a week ago, the second day of the cold, my lower back was in absolute agony. And Alex rubbed this on, and it really helped. So I was about to throw it out until I tried it for that and figured I'm going to hold on to it because it could work. And just in case, knock on wood, God forbid it ever happens that I start to get the highs again, I have Arius on hand because it does seem to help get rid of them quickly. So that's what I'm taking now. And yesterday was my day with Emily. Emily came over, and she was here about 3 hours, and she brought 2 of her adorable dolls with her, and we enjoyed playing with each other's dolls. Sorry, my mind's in another place right now. Yeah, we played with our dolls and just talked, and it was nice. It was fun. I meant to take pictures, but as quite often I forgot to take pictures or video or anything of that nature. So today's goal, because today is the 14th, today's goal is I need to do some updates in my diary, journal, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I still keep one. I have been writing in journals since I was about 10, and I've saved every single journal, diary, whatever you want to call it. They're all in a big bin in the crawl space. It's basically like my life story in there. So, I mean, I used to write about anything and everything in my diaries, but now that I'm older and I don't have as much time to write, I'm picky and choosy about what I put in. I only put in, like, the really, really important stuff. Like, I don't put, like, oh, I went to see this movie today and it was awesome. You know, like, oh, I went to McDonald's today. You know, those are, like, my kid type fears. But, so, like, now I just put, like, the important stuff. Like, I got a new job and, you know, things about my health and whatever. Okay, sorry, it's going to get dark for a minute because there's no lights on in this area. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm hopefully going to sort through our storage room. That's the next section of the house that needs to be clean, swept, and hopefully I can gather some things there that'll be for the garage sale and just tidy things up in there. And then that leaves, the very last thing that leaves, well, it leaves two things. It leaves my bookshelf in the hallway, which is kind of a mess right now. And then it leaves the crawl space, which is huge. It's a huge task for that, and I need Alex's help for that because I have so many bins that have to be pulled out. It's a pain, and I know he's going to complain about it when we do it. But I can't do it until I get rid of, until I finish the photos for that lady, because the bins with her photos are like, oops, sorry, they are right here. Sorry, this is not a good view. There they are. There's like these two ginormous bins, and it has all our photos, and they're plonked right in front of our crawl space. So it's gonna make it like really, really hard, unless we move them like way by the door or something, but it's gonna make it hard to go through there. But so I think what I'm gonna do is just try and get through the storage room today, but it's kind of late now that I've slept in, so I don't know if I'll get to that because I need to do cropping on the photos. So I'm thinking maybe I should just focus on getting the pictures done, get that project done, and maybe I'll do the storage space and crawl space and all that stuff when the pictures are done so that I can get them out of here. And it looks like it's supposed to be a rainy day. So I'm just going to stay in and relax. And like I said, I have my scrapbooking class tonight. Maybe I'll get some pictures from it and show you guys what we work on. I did take some pictures from the crop on Saturday, which I should add to this video so you guys can see them. There's not too many, but it gives you an idea of what we did at our crop. See you guys in the next video. Bye.